Hello and a warm welcome. I'm Gakonga, your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. Today we have a beautiful sun here in London. So I'm just here having a really nice walk in the park, and I thought I'll share my thoughts with you. Now let's go back to our Kenyan football issues. Now, what will it actually take for Kenya to transform football? And I'm saying this because I want us to ask ourselves a question. Now, the caretaker committee has been in place for 4.5 months. There is only 1.5 months left and the caretaker committee has to go, has to exit. Now, has the Kenyan football been transformed? Has the grassroots football been transformed? Has the framework to transform Kenyan football has been put in place? Has FKF been transformed? Has the governance issues in FKF been sorted? Has the financial issues in FKF been transformed? And how will Kenyans have trust with FKF going forward? My thing is this: for Kenyan football to change, it requires a total football revolution. That is what I keep saying. That is the message that has been constant from me and from all the supporters of Vision Total Football Kenya. Because we have had caretaker committees since independent. We have had FIFA normalization committee since independent. But what is there to see? We have had 19 football presidents since independent. What is there to see? What legacy have they left? What sort of structures and development that have they left for us to build on, or for future generations to build on? It is nothing. When you look Kenyan football, it look like FKF was formed yesterday. So what does that tell you? It tells you that football is not, football governing body FKF is not fit for purpose. Football system in Kenya is not fit for purpose. Why? Because the FKF has not done the right things that will help in transforming Kenyan football. Now, FIFA has been involved in Kenyan football for a very long time, but every time the government wants to do something, FIFA says this is interference. Now, the government of Kenya, I keep saying this, the government of Kenya must decide to do what is right to transform Kenyan football. That is a right for the government of Kenya to transform, restructure or reform Kenyan football. That is a right that does not come from FKF. It is a right that the government of Kenya has. It must look after its own people, and that's the Kenyan people who are involved in football. Now, FKF as a football governing body, it is underqualified to reform itself. What does that mean? It means that FKF is not capable of reforming itself, leave alone transforming football and football governance across the country. Football will not be transformed by FKF. Football will not be changed in Kenya by FKF. I've said it time and time again, FKF is not fit for purpose, and now I'm adding a new vocabulary. FKF is underqualified as an organization to transform Kenyan football. So Kenyans can wait until Jesus comes back. No football will be transformed in Kenya. And the worst of it is that the economy of Kenya is being affected by football, because you know football in Kenya is a sleeping giant of wealth. It's a multi-billion economy. But how will us Kenyans get there if the football governing body is underqualified to transform itself, to transform Kenyan football, to transform its governance structures? It is underqualified. It is not capable of transforming itself. And this is not new. This is correct for many football governing bodies across Africa and even in Europe. Countries where football has been transformed, it has taken the government being involved to deal with the football governing body, even to create new football governing bodies and to do what is right. It is not always correct to call government involvement a political involvement or an interference. That is a term in FIFA's statute and is not going to help our Kenyan football. Therefore, one thing that should have happened when Amina Mohamed created the caretaker committee, the care committee first day in office should have suspended FKF constitution completely, so that it can sort issues, transform put framework and structure for transforming Kenyan football outside FKF constitution. Why? FKF constitution is restricting the restructure of Kenyan football, and even FKF elections done through FKF constitution will not work in Kenya. I said in 2019 that FKF elections will not help Kenyan football. I said having a new president or Nick Mwendwa re-elected will not help the Kenyan football, because people had already seen team change for the last 4 years up to year 2019. Had football been transformed, all the promises that were made, what did Kenyans see in 2010? Nothing. Sorry, in 2019, nothing. And then Team Blue was given a new mandate now as Team Blue. Did change came? No. Now the caretaker committee is there. Has change come in? No. Has Kenyan football has been transformed? No. Will Kenyans have hope in the new FKF president who will be elected in the next few months? No. That person who will be elected, I feel sorry for them, because in just about a year's time, they will become public enemy number one, because Kenyans are going to realize even the newly elected president will not be able to transform Kenyan football, because it is not about the individuals. It is about the system that is wrong. It is about the federation that is wrong. Unless the DNA of Kenyan football is changed, yeah, through sorting out the issues of the federation, through sorting out the issues of the Kenyan football system, nothing will change. Because even now, the caretaker committee is being sabotaged from inside, is being sabotaged from outside. It is not able to reform anything. It is not going to sort anything. Their days will finish, they will exit, and then FIFA will come now with a new term to create a normalization committee, and things will go on in Kenyan football, just like things have been going on since independence, and there is nothing that has changed in our Kenyan football. I will say it once and for all. Kenyan football need a total football revolution. That is the only word that FIFA will understand. That's the only word that will change Kenyan football. Revolution, a peaceful football revolution must happen in Kenya. It is only a revolution within football that will leave stone unturned. It is only a revolution within football that is going to close all those corruption dens, all those areas, all those people who are sabotaging football. They need a total new formula of football that they do not even, that they are not able, yeah, to intervene and to eat for themselves and to remove self-interest within Kenyan football. Kenya, a country with 50 million people, it is suffering in matters football. It needs a total football revolution. Few years back, we said if nothing is done in Kenyan football, professional football will become extinct. That was in 2015 when we said that. Now, 7 years down the line, tell me, is Kenyan professional football heading to extinction or not? The answer is yes. And if nothing is done through football revolution, in only 2 years' time, professional football in Kenya will become extinct. As we speak now, the referees are being paid by the government, for God's sake. This is an industry that is supposed to be a multi-billion industry. Players are suffering. Stadiums, even at professional level, there is no more than 20 people watching football. This is not football anymore. Kenyans, tuamkeni, we don't have football. We have nothing to reform. We need a revolution to start newly. A new beginning must come if Kenyan football will become an economy. If Kenyan football will be able to help the talents in Kenya. Jameni, tuamkeni. Football revolution is the only answer. All the football presidents that have been elected in Kenya, they have failed to deal with the issues of football in Kenya because the system is wrong. Get my word. The system is wrong. The system of football is wrong completely. That's where we must begin. Somebody was asking me the other day, now, we are about to conduct FKF elections. How do we know if the person who will be elected will be the right person to change Kenyan football? And I said this, the problem, we are focusing on an individual. We are focusing on the president who will be elected. The issue here is not the president. We need to be focusing on the system. How will the Kenyan football system be changed? How will the football governing body be changed, its structures, so that it is able to do everything that is required to transform Kenyan football? We need to be focusing on the system and structures before we can focus on the person who will be elected. Listen to me. A good football president can be elected in a bad football system and will not perform. But a bad president can be elected in a good football system and they will have at least some sort of performance. So therefore, for me, I want to focus on the system, on the structures and the football evolution. Please, you as well, do not focus on the If we have had 19 presidents and they have failed, what makes you believe a new one elected today or tomorrow will perform? Leave alone somebody elected from Kenya. You can even take Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of here, UK. Put him in FKF and it will not perform. It will not, because the system is wrong, the structures are wrong. The only way we can sort that is for us to walk, for us to follow the same direction and induce a revolution. FKF will not cause a revolution. It has to be induced by the people of Kenya and by the government of Kenya. Forget FIFA. Let us do what is right for our Kenyan people and for our Kenyan football. Then FIFA can come back and say, oh my God, yes, you guys have done it. And Kenya will become an example for Africa, how Africa can transform its football. Remember this important word. Kenyan football will only be changed by a total football revolution. I leave you in peace. I'm Gakonga, your coach and the pioneer of Vision Total Football Kenya. And for those foot soldiers who have been listening to our videos, to our message and sharing it, for those who have been supporting Vision Total Football Kenya, which is basically a call for a revolution in our Kenyan football. Thumbs up to all of you. I leave you in peace. I'm gone. Aluta, continua.